Welcome back to the Born Offside show. Claudes is still away.
He is.
He is, but we have arguably our best possible substitute.
Better replacement, if you ask me. Younger and better Claudes, if you ask me.
And the better looking one as well.
Yeah, more ball knowledge. More ball knowledge. So.
Nick Stav, welcome.
Good to be back.
I feel like you are our fourth member of the Born Offside show because you've probably made the most appearances.
The best super sub. I'm like a Divock Origi in his Liverpool
always
days.
Always shows up when we need him.
When you need me, call him up number.
Comes in clutch, which he did for us today, actually. You got the late call up and you were ready for it.
That's what I do,
Thank you for that.
That's what I do.
And OLANTEKKERS, you had your first stand-up comedy experience last night. Can you tell us about it?
Most nervous I've ever been. You know, I've played against some big players in my career, right? And that was a different sort of game. Didn't know what to expect. First touch was a bit heavy, but when we got in there,
how's the crowd?
Crowd was good, man. Crowd was good. It's definitely like different from anything I've ever done. So I was so nervous, but it was good. Like the feedback I got was good. I think I'll do more. I think I'll practice like this year, just doing different stuff, and just see how it goes, man. You never know.
Exactly.
Might have won a special one day. Who knows?
What do you think was your best joke? Like what hit?
I can't tell you all the content, but definitely Nigerian Dad.
Yeah.
And the WOG stuff for sure.
We don't get enough of the Nigerian Dad on Born Offside.
I need to bring it back out. But Claude loves it. Anytime I do it, he fucking dies.
He absolutely
dies. But I think it was filmed, so I'll be able to show people.
Okay, amazing. Well, I'm excited to see any and all of that. You are very funny, and it's about time someone gave you the mic and said, go do your thing.
There you go, man.
Well, this is a football show at the end of the day, so let's dive into it. We'll start local. Sydney FC, not having a great season, Stav. They've lost to Macarthur 2-0. Have you caught
firing like that, aren't they?
Have you caught much of their games this season?
Yeah, well, they got like not a new look side in FC, but they got like young players, and they also got that Brazilian striker they brought in. He's struggling to find his feet outside of that FFA, the Australia Cup final. I kind of feel for Sydney FC because I think a lot of people had a lot of expectations of them this season.
Well, they got rid of the right back, the young guy. What's his name? Mixed race guy. He follows me. I follow him.
A right back. Starting more last season?
He wasn't starting last year. Let me get his name. He wasn't starting last year, but he played a few games, and I remember the fans absolutely loved him. And then he was what's the old guy again? That's been
Ryan Grant.
And Ryan Grant. And instead of re-signing him and saying pushing Ryan Grant out the window, they let him go to. I think he's gone to Macarthur or somewhere.
Okay. Well, Ryan Grant has been a bit.
Well, we had a comment in the fan questions.
Do you know how I'm talking about, Offside?
He's looking it up. We had a comment from Born Offside fans just saying Ryan Grant, nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, Ryan Grant is caught up to him. But Ryan Grant is old. Like, I still remember going to my first NFC games, and that would have been like 2014, 2013, even
10
back
years
then.
ago.
And he's still kicking.
I got his name, Keely Adamson. Him. Yeah, he was...
Adamson.
Yeah, they let him go. And he was like a really, really strong prospect. Soccer Twitter was blowing up about it. Like,
of course.
How the hell did they let him go?
But as they do.
They
love to blow up. Well, someone that's struggling more than Sydney FC is Western United. We know that they had an amazing inaugural season. Coach is John Aloisi, who is, legendary in Australia.
Yep.
But he had what he described as their worst performance this season. They lost 4-0 to Central Coast.
Yeah, Central Coast absolutely tore them a new one. They did. I think Qual got another tap-in. I told him he needs to stop being a tap-in merchant and score some real goals. but big up Central Coast. I mean, I like it for them getting their feet back on, getting their, back in the groove of things. But
backing
Western
it up
United,
after last year as well.
Western United, what's going on?
I know. And Newcastle striker, you're going to love this, Apostolos Stamatolopoulos.
Oh, gosh.
Not that we're
Greeks on the map, baby.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Greek as it gets.
That's all we need.
The Jets scored 3 goals at Wellington. So it was obviously not their home game. So they scored away. And he's done 6 goals in as many games this season, which is amazing. He's up there.
That's good.
Jeez.
I know.
He's not as firing as Bruno Fernandes.
No, well, you took the words out of my mouth because he's a standout in the A-League, but even more so is Bruno Fornaroli, who scored...
He scored a banger last week. Was that the banger he
scored
last week?
a banger.
Where he did the Maradona and then turned and curled it? Yeah, that was disgusting.
11 goals in 7 games.
Yeah, it's nuts.
And he's showing that his age certainly is not impacting his style or his game at all. We've got a question from 15 Jared 08 who said, if Fornaroli doesn't make the Asian Cup squad, should Arnie's judgment be questioned?
it's tough. What do you reckon, Stav?
The thing is with Fornaroli, it's one of those ones where I think maybe Asian Cup you bring him along just because it is a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard because I feel like Australia are in a situation now. Like, don't get me wrong, Mitch Duke, good striker as well. But it's like they got to start planning for that next World Cup. So it's like you start like using the Mitch Dukes and that. Even the Fornarolis, are they going to be there for the next World Cup?
Yeah.
Probably not. But I feel like as like a second, a third tier striker and Bruno Fornaroli, he's probably going to make the cut just to the goal scoring numbers he's putting up.
Well, the last campaign they brung in Yengi, you know, Yengi's doing pretty well.
And
I think for the future,
I think because he matches Mitch Duke in that type of tall, athletic.
Yeah,
and I think Yengi
striker.
will be that next one to come through.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think you've got to foster. They've got to find that balance between experience and giving new experience as well. It's kind of like, you know, when you apply for a job and they're like, you need 3 years experience. And it's like, well, who's going to give me that experience? You need to use these tournaments as an opportunity to put the likes of a Yengi up there and give them what they need in order to kind of bolster them for a World Cup. But, I mean, you've also got this Stamatolopoulos as well. You know, he can get the call up as well.
Firing, man.
Greece might call him up for a selection. Who knows at this rate?
How are you feeling about Euros?
Oh, I'm actually optimistic for Greece. At the end of the day, so that to make it, they got to play Kazakhstan at home, which Kazakhstan, you hear Kazakhstan like,
but
they only took like 1 or 2 L's in qualifying, so they had a really good record.
Bit of a smoky, the old Kazakhstan.
But then even if they beat them, then they got to play Georgia or Luxembourg away. So,
to make it.
But you know what? I'm confident in it. What, Euro 2004, 20 years ago,
Oh my God.
they beat Portugal in Portugal. If they make it, they have Portugal in their group. They beat Czech Republic in the semi-final.
I remember
Czech
that
Republic are in that group. Telling you, I put the house on Greece. Yeah. Oh, I pray for like a Greece.
Could you imagine?
Just a disclaimer: no one put your house on Greece.
Could you imagine? It'd be absolute scenes.
Oh, all I want
Australia.
is, I would take just even Greece get out of the group, and even if they get knocked out, I pray for a Greece versus Italy, like round of 16.
Yes.
That would be carnage.
That
would be
In
carnage.
Australia, that'd be wild.
I agree. There's something so special about those groups of like ethnic groups in Australia when they make it further. You know, everyone remembers 06, whether you're Aussie or Italian. It was very memorable for both. We need to see more of that happening. You got to get the Greeks in there.
Yeah. Well, Turkey will be in Greece's group as well if they qualify, so there'll be
That
drama
in
amongst
itself
that.
is drama, isn't it?
Italy versus Croatia as well.
Yeah.
They're in the same group. So.
And you know what? Australia's taking on Lebanon soon.
Yeah, they are.
Football.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I know. Believe it or not, the Lebanese, they
they
do
got-
have a team.
If I remember right,
Lebanese have got a squad.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, they do.
Tim Cahill's retirement game for the Socceroos was against
It
Lebanon.
was. It was. Yeah, don't underestimate us. I'm still waiting for my
The
call up.
Cedars.
Okay.
The Cedars. We're in the rugby league. We're in the soccer. We're all of it. All right. So we're in the international space. We'll dive in. I think this is an amazing story. As you know, I lived in Barcelona. There was a Catalan derby over the weekend. It happened this morning, actually. Girona beat Barcelona 4-2 to just continue this fairy tale season
So they're
that they're
still
having.
top.
They're top of the league.
They
now.
have they have now topped the La Liga table.
hell.
So it's unreal. Real Madrid played Real Betis. They won, but it's obviously still not enough to stop Girona from topping the table at the moment.
And what was the record again? Since like it hasn't been
I think Girona
Barca
have taken 1-0, I think. 1-0.
Girona. So I've got it written here.
since another
They've
team
been
got-
unbeaten away for this entire La Liga season, and they've got 41 points from 16 games.
That's nuts.
Wow.
16 games is a decent amount of the
know.
season in as well. When you
Yeah.
realistically think about
So
it,
yeah,
we're nearly halfway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Real are on 39 points, just as a bit of context there. But
Close.
I think it's an amazing story around Girona. If you don't know much about it, I encourage you to look it up because it's 93 years since they've had kind of any standing whatsoever in La Liga, and it's just an amazing story.
Happens every
But
once in a while.
it wasn't all good news. We'll jump straight into the Premier League. Chelsea versus Everton. Do we want to talk about your boys at all?
Nah, not really.
Copping an L.
Shocking. To Everton as well.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what?
Who have somehow, may also avoid relegation.
Yeah.
Despite
Everton,
everything.
You know what? They're actually a right team. I think they actually get
They are not.
disrespected
They're not.
this
They're
year,
not.
man.
They're not a terrible team. Like if you look at the actual players in the team, it's not a horrible team. Like they've got players that have got great experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But us at Chelsea, we just look. That aura's gone. You know?
Yeah.
That aura of we're playing Chelsea, we might lose. Or like they've got this player, they've got that player. The aura's gone. It just feels like a a bunch of players that have come together and they're trying to make it work.
But it's true. It's a makeshift team, this Chelsea team. You look at this Chelsea team and they've just lost their identity. The whole 11's new. It's all random players coming in and out. Reece James can't last the game. He got stripped off, I think, 25 minutes into the game. And Chelsea's issue last year, they lose games 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
Yeah, this
defensively,
is
they've always been a bit alright. Thiago Silva, a bit
shaky here and there.
But like Badiashile is a half decent player as well. But they just like they struggle to score goals, and you'd think this year it's like, okay, they've got a decent midfield going on now. Like on paper, it looks all right. Like,
on paper,
if we're looking at it, they go Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, bought them for 100 million each, and really Conor Gallagher's the one that's taking the midfield by the scruff of the neck.
I can't believe those $100 million players.
I don't know.
I think that's a testament to understanding the English game so well as well. But
I just think they sold us a dream at the start, because I remember the opening game against Liverpool. They were playing well. Enzo Fernandez was just running the show.
But, I mean, that was a draw.
Yeah, and that was 2-2. And I remember Enzo Fernandez running the show. His touches, his turns are good. But every single time I watch Enzo Fernandez now, it's like he's just a passenger. He doesn't like... You hear, he's got this chavvy touch, his passing ability. He doesn't show it enough. He's their starting midfield, 100 million pounds, and he's getting stripped off 60th minute. For me, I think he's a big flop, to be honest.
It's not good enough. And at the players at the moment, even what's his name, the striker at the moment?
Jackson?
Not Jackson. Don't get me started on Jackson.
Brojan.
No, the English one. Fucking
What, Madueke?
No, one that we got from City.
Oh, Cole Palmer.
Palmer. He's been a very, very positive. Him and Raheem have been positive, but
Raheem Sterling's
trying to. You can see every time they want to make something happen.
Yeah.
They're trying. There's other people, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
you know.
Cole Palmer has been a bit of a shining light, but
my days,
even him's young, he's inconsistent. You can't rely on him, and that's what they are.
You can't rely on someone like that. You need a big striker. Obviously, we've lost Nkunku, but.
I think that's what they need to come in, and then you can start judging them with their new signing. That's
absolutely.
Because Nicholas Jackson's been inconsistent.
Well, speaking of which, he kicked off in the game, the most recent game as well. Mauricio Pochettino had to grab him, and he had a moment on the pitch, which fair enough. I mean, we see a lot of that, but there's a lot of questions about Poch given the amount of money that Chelsea spent. There was a question from Nico Connor 20 saying, "Is Poch out or should he be out?" What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it makes a difference. It's the same. It's like we've got the same problem as United, where it doesn't matter who you bring in.
Yeah,
like the players the system has to fit whatever the manager's bringing in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's still going to be there's a core root issue. Do you know what I mean? It's worse at United.
Yeah.
But there's still the same issue where if you bring in another coach, there's still going to be issues.
Yeah, no, you can't. But it's they're too in too deep now at the moment.
Absolutely.
Chelsea, they spent nearly $1 billion.
Yeah.
It is a new team. Like you would have hoped with all these players and the world class players, you'd think they'd have in this squad, he'd be getting more out of them than what I think they're sitting 12th now.
Yeah.
You'd expect more than that, but. Like they booted Tuchel out for no reason, then they've booted Potter out for quickly.
It's gone downhill since we got rid of Tuchel. We've just gone downhill.
Yeah, you do see a lot of examples of like the grass not being greener on the other side, don't you? You these kind of. I feel like it's quite an emotional decision to get rid of a manager so soon.
Yeah, Chelsea have always had a reputation for it.
Of course.
They were successful because of it, but I think now it's gotten to the stage where
even when we were successful, there was like a core group that. Because basically, even Johnny B. Mikel said, if you listen to his poddy, he was kind of saying like the core group ran the dressing room.
Yeah.
So if there was those 5 or 6 players, John Terry, who was next to John Terry? Fucking Frank Lampard, like all those core group.
Drogba,
if that core group was not happy or didn't see the way the vision the manager was going.
Yeah.
The manager would be gone, and they're bringing 1 or 2, 3 more players to fit round the core group. I feel like Arsenal at the moment, they've got that core spine where, like, okay, if 1 or 2 players go missing, or you get a sub, or you get this one, they can still slot into the area of the core group. Whereas
absolutely.
If you don't have that,
I don't think Chelsea even have close to one player that
can stick in that core group where you go, this is he has to start. He has to start. Where the fans have an uproar if someone's not starting. Do you know what I mean? Where
there's no
not starting, everyone has an uproar.
There's no Chelsea blueprint in place right now. Nothing that is just works for them, and then you can chop and change in and around that. But you mentioned Arsenal, like let's go there because they had an amazing game against Aston Villa as well. I mean, no doubt Chelsea are probably looking at Villa as like, this is where I'm going to get my talent from. I mean, that team is unreal right now.
We've got to give Villa their flowers,
You got 100%. You got to give them back-to-back Man City, Arsenal.
What were they last year with Gerrard? Almost relegation.
Exactly.
This year, Unai's turned it around.
Yeah.
I don't think Unai Emery is given enough credit for what he's done.
Good evening.
Good
It's
evening.
nuts because he was honestly like, call us salty or what? He was a shit manager at Arsenal. Like,
You reckon
could
he was shit for Arsenal?
He sucked. People were talking about, oh, he came fifth and then he got you guys to a European final. Bro, he came fifth to a Chelsea that had a transfer ban. They were using Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, and Fikayo Tomori. They were like the dead-ass teenagers. Yeah. And then he brings in all this money. He brought in Pepe. He was a flop. He had Lucas Torreira, started playing him as a number 10. And he was playing dire football. And then, he gets kicked out, goes to Villarreal, beats us at Europa League semi-final, and then cooks us with Aston Villa.
Yeah,
I don't get it. It was like he poisoned the club for a bit.
Poisoned the club.
Yeah. It's like an execute coming back, man. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, but you got to respect it as well. But I don't know if I ever give you flowers.
I mean, his time in La Liga changed him. Like he came back to England a completely different manager.
Yeah, even Villa against City, like that was
dominant.
Yeah.
That was dominant. Against Arsenal, I'd say Arsenal were the more dominant side, to be honest.
He missed chances for them. Odegaard specifically.
Even Martinelli had one. What I was saying about missed chances about Arsenal game, it was more just like the last play in that final third just wasn't falling right. It was like that one ball behind had to be a bit of a less weight pass. Saka put a cross in the box. If Jesus' touch is better there, it would have fell right. It was one of those games.
Yeah.
But I think Arsenal this year have been lucky that our defensive core,
solid.
Say he's probably the best in the league.
Yeah, it's very solid.
Saliba,
Saliba's
the guy is just unbelievable.
He's a Rolls Royce defender, man.
Oh yeah, Gabriel even very underrated. I think at times like you can get a bit frustrated with him, and then you got Declan Rice sitting in front of him. The core of that three there, it's probably the best in the league.
And anyone who follows you knows how you feel about those.
I love it. But I just think the Arsenal attack this year is just not that it's one dimensional. It's just like they kind of found out. Last year was Saka and Martinelli ripping and tearing, and now fullbacks are doubling up on her. Martinelli's a bit isolated because Zinchenko tucks in the midfield. He's having to drive at two players 1v1 every single time by himself. I think that's where we lack. And then Jesus is just a little inconsistent
What do you
lately.
think about Jesus?
I like Jesus. I think started last year, I loved him because he was his touches. He could beat a man. He'd drop in, he'd help. Where you'd having dead strikers like Lacazette. Yeah, he had a good touch, but he couldn't run.
After Lacazette, oh my God.
Yeah. But it's a tough one to say because people go, oh, bro, they've got to score goals.
Yeah, I think he's hated on a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's overhated by the fan base. Like, an Ivan Toney, realistically, is he worth like 90 mil that Brentford want? I don't think it is, but I do think we need another striker because Eddie Nketiah comes off the bench and I am smelling danger when he comes on. That's just me.
He had a little run.
But he has a little run, then he falls flat. Then he falls flat. That's what happens with Eddie.
Well, he's made more news this year. People thinking that he was that secret rapper than his actual football.
Has that even came out?
Yeah,
who
and
was that? Did you find out?
Yeah, no, it's I think it was a championship player. I'm pretty sure. Shabs, can you look it up for us? Because I'm pretty sure they did find out who the secret rapper was.
I thought it was like Wilfred Zaha for a bit.
Yeah, it turns out he's not in the Prem, and if he is, it's not current. I think he has played for one of them. Anyway, we'll stay on Arsenal because Arteta has beef with the refs. Have you seen any of this stuff going on?
You know what? I hate when people used to say Arteta was a B-Tech Pep Guardiola. This guy, he copies his tactics, he copies his plays, he copies all this.
Didn't Pep take shots at him and say something like that in the press?
Oh no! He said they asked him a question, going, "Are you gonna comment on like what happened, like Arteta?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about how Arteta said the refs." But it's funny because when the Pep in the interviews he get asked something and he'd be sarcastic. Then asked him, were we happy with the result, even though like they drew us, and we go, more than you believe. That's how Pep used to go. And now they asked Arteta, and then he goes, they go, what are your thoughts on Ray's mistakes? The team play very well, I'm happy. But you think Ramsdale and Raya, they're competing? The team very good. I speak to them after the game. We have a good game. What do you think about What do you think about the decisions today? No comment. Good team.
Yeah, he used the words.
It's just a Pep.
He used the words clear and obvious.
Yeah,
so you can just about.
But you know what? He was right.
That's so good.
I think those decisions in that game we were robbed a bit. I think I don't want to blame the refs every single time.
Yeah.
But the goal at the end. They were saying Havertz handballed it. He did, but I'm telling you, the cross comes off Matty Cash's arm before. And then the penalty on Jesus, yes, it's soft. It's contact in the box. If they did that on the halfway line, they'd be giving it. But that's what happens when you play away from home at Villa Park, atmosphere. It's touch and go.
It is what happens. It's true. And while we're on Arsenal, I want to stick to WSL just for a moment. Do you keep up with Arsenal women at all?
They won this morning.
They beat Chelsea. It was a massive game. They had almost 60,000 at the Emirates.
That's crazy.
I know.
That is wild.
And it's obviously it's a big loss for Sam Kerr, who did the Sam Kerr thing in the press conference, just saying that they'll bounce back from it. But huge result for Arsenal.
Yeah. They're flying top of the league.
They are flying. Good. Absolutely flying.
Cooney Cross.
Yeah,
playing?
your girl Cooney Cross. Yeah.
She's at Arsenal. They've got a few Aussies at Arsenal.
Yeah, we've got
Ford.
Catley, Ford, and Cooney
Good
Cross.
little crew.
Good on
Yeah, I love that team. They're great girls. And we've got a question here that will inspire our next topic, and it's from Crispy04. He said, "Is the Harry Maguire redemption arc in action?"
What do you reckon? I reckon it's
Now, I bring it up because he won Player of the Month for November, and he's played. Oh goodness me!
Sympathy Dior. Man.
Goodness me! And he's played every minute, all 90 minutes, every minute for the month with the team, and you know they did have a good performance in the Premier League. They've obviously copped a couple of losses in European football, but Premier League wise, they've had decent
I think
performances.
it's possibly on the way, but we won't know unless United start firing in the forward side, because they're still conceding. But he's definitely been a lot better.
Yeah.
And you have to give him his credit, because he was copping it
I know
100%.
for a long time.
You feel for him at times.
So
Yes.
to be able to come back and still stand on your own feet and go out and put great performances out there, and as a defender, not let it get to you so much. We got to give him
Stands his ground when he has to.
He
as well,
does.
to be fair.
He does. And his mum complains about his comments more than he does.
Because I remember he came out recently in international break. He was getting booed, or Henderson was getting booed, and he's
Both of them got
He
booed.
goes, they don't represent the fan base or something,
Yeah.
which is true. They Harry Maguire, when he puts on an England jersey, for me,
Oh,
I'd say 90% of the time he
Bro,
does well.
no
I think
one-
some of these qualifiers,
We've said this before. I think when Harry Maguire in an English shirt, no one questions it because of what that's how he got the move to United.
Yeah, and I feel like his position is never questioned with Southgate.
No.
It's always
even
there.
Southgate even gets a bit overhated for his decision making
Yeah.
as well. You look at it international tournament wise, there probably hasn't been a more successful manager since when they won it in '66. Like first campaign he came in 2018 World Cup, made the semi final. That squad was dead, bro. Eric Dyer is starting in that English side. Eric Dyer.
get me started with
But
Eric
2020 Euro, let's get all the way to the final. Yeah, most of the games are on home soil, but they had to beat some good sides. Still Germany in the round of 16, a strong Danish side in the semi-final, and unluckily it's a really strong Italy side in the final.
Yeah.
And then
English fans for
and
you,
then
man.
but then even the most recent World Cup, I honestly reckon England were better than France in that game. England won that game against France, they would have won the World Cup. They were a 10
reckon?
times better side than Argentina. 100%. People don't even talk in detail on that game against France. They were low-key robbed.
Yeah, even in the group stages, we were firing, bro. They were firing.
5-2 against Girona. It was like
They were
4-0 against Senegal,
fire.
maybe even 5. But yeah, and then Harry Kane missed that penalty. It was just one of those games where touch and go. But they got robbed in that game. Yeah. England have a strong side. I honestly think Euros are probably gonna be between them, France, Portugal.
They're definitely up there as Euros contenders, no doubt at all. Let's stick with United for a moment. I want to talk about Bruno Fernandes because he's getting booked. Well, he's been accused of getting booked on purpose to avoid a Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Oh, really? We've done that.
Now, have you ever done that? Have you ever strategically planned a card to avoid a game?
It's more like, if you have got lads' night out or whatever, might get a little cheeky yellow so you can go on in lads' night out. But not to actually miss a game of importance. It's crazy.
He's not like that.
He's scared of Liverpool?
Well, the story goes that in the final stages of United's humiliating 3-0 defeat to Bournemouth on Saturday, Fernandes was shown a yellow card by referee Peter Banks for dissent. The needless booking was 6 minutes of normal time let me do that again. The needless booking had just 6 minutes of normal time left on the pitch, and he was suspended. He'd be suspended for the Anfield game on December 17th.
Well, like I said, give Maguire the sympathy Dior, give Bruno Fernandes the cry Dior. But as much as he's a crybaby, he's a little sook. I will say he'll still run around, put 90% of effort for that Manchester United match, and he wouldn't back down out of that Liverpool game.
Yeah.
I just saw, it was funny more because I saw on TikTok and some guy was complaining, Bruno Fernandes is out, now we're toast against Liverpool. Bro, even if Bruno Fernandes is on that pitch, you guys are getting smoked. Relax. Relax, man. You know what? It's such a Man United thing that we say they're going to get cooked by Liverpool, hoping another 7-0, and they'll come out and win like 2-1 or something like that. So it's a mixed bag.
It's very true. Like it doesn't mean that they're going to get humiliated. Yeah. But I mean, that result against Bournemouth. It's at Anfield. Man didn't want to trip up to Liverpool. He said, I don't think so.
Opinion, I think Liverpool even been getting through with their results, to be honest. I'm not sold on Liverpool.
You're saying
I'm not sold on them.
You think they're riding
They were
away?
lucky they got away. Endo, it was a soft foul, but if they didn't call that a foul, Van Dijk penalty, last man was going to get red carded. They were in trouble. Took to the end to beat Crystal Palace this year are poor, bro.
Yeah, and
they
I
are
mean,
poor.
No
And then
Zaha.
Harvey
No
Elliott scores,
Zaha.
thinking he's turning into a bloody anime character on the sideline. Thinking he wanted that.
And Salah scores his 200th.
When doesn't he score that guy? Honestly, you got to give him
it's
his
beautiful.
flowers as well.
Look, I do agree with you that Liverpool have certainly made it difficult for them this season. I can't recall a single game that's felt easy. They all are extremely tiring for at least the first 60 minutes. We seem to concede first all the time, but somehow we make it out alive. Similar story with City recently. They conceded to Luton as well, and then were obviously made a comeback within minutes. But it is what it is at the moment. I guess at the end of the day, we still find ourselves at the top of the table, guys. What can I say?
Arsenal versus Liverpool, Christmas
What can I
Eve.
say?
Can't wait for that one.
That's a Christmas
At
present and a
Anfield, we need
half.
revenge.
That's gonna go off.
Ah, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
real nice.
Martinelli hat trick, baby. Let's go.
Oh, let's see about that. We might have to make a little bet for that one, Stav.
I'll be going to the Luton Chelsea game, hopefully.
Oh, because you're
that's
off to
huge.
England next week.
Yeah, I'm off to England next week, so back home for Christmas. My boys booked tickets for Chelsea, Luton at Luton, so
I cannot.
That's
it's
mad.
gonna be brazy. Can't wait.
Well, they've actually been alright. They only lost.
Yeah,
to
they've been
one
alright.
City.
They've been
They're
alright at home.
pretty
Like
much
at
against
home,
Arsenal.
they're very, very hard to beat.
Yeah.
So it's one of them. I can tell it's one of them places where the top teams they're like, oh fuck, we got Luton. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they have to go in and dig in to get a result.
Something
So
like Chelsea
so I
could
love
humble
that.
there as well, to be honest.
Exactly, right.
What do you,
I'm putting on the Luton.
What
I'm putting
does
on
your
the Luton
heart
shirt.
tell you
I'm putting on the Luton
when
shirt
you're
for-
in
at
Luton?
home. In my home.
In the
Yeah,
ends,
what's
in
your-
the
I've got to
ends.
put on the Luton shirt. It'd
Yeah.
be rude. It'd be rude not
But
to.
how much do you celebrate if they lose?
What if Luton lose?
If Chelsea lose, how much do you celebrate for Luton?
I mean, I don't want Luton to go down. Chelsea's not
Yeah.
going to get relegated. I mean,
I reckon
let me not
Luton
jinx
stay
it.
up. I think they're actually alright.
Yeah, I'd love to.
think
I
stay
think
up.
that they've kicked it into gear. This
Yeah, because I think Sheffield
started hard. It was a
Have
difficult
you been
start.
watching Ross Barkley?
Bro, he's cooked. He scored against Arsenal.
This is the Ross Barkley of old.
Yeah, the
You
Everton
know?
Ross. But it's nuts. He's like 30 something.
He was running the game
Yeah.
against City like looks like his old self now.
Yeah,
I
good
think but he's always needed that. He's always needed to be like the heart of the
guy.
team and then build it around him. Do you know what I mean? So
Well, it was at Everton, Cooker, and leaves Chelsea. Yeah, lost the limelight.
Yeah.
But it's good against Arsenal as well. But I think I was gonna say, is it even hard to get tickets to that Luton game?
my friend, well, you know someone that knows someone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Connected.
Yeah,
The ends, bro. That's
I'm
what-
connected in the ends.
The man's in the ends, bro.
It's the home city.
He's got
you
those
know?
kind of connections here now
So-
too.
No comment. No comment.
Yeah, we heard
More
about
than
your
you
night. Guys, Ben Foster has divided everyone because he made some picks with that viral football bracket game.
Yeah, what was that? I saw.
And I
didn't
want
watch
to
the whole
tell
thing.
you the choices that he made and get your
Okay.
thoughts on them. We'll
This was like his best 11 or something.
it's that bracket game, right, where you go left to
yeah, you
right
did it.
and you pick a player over another player, and then you ultimately build out like a bracket that
Okay.
decides who your best player is. Let's keep in mind he played for Manchester United, Watford, and West Brom.
Yeah, very well worst keeper.
So he picked
Best. Sorry.
Virgil van Dijk over Andrea Pirlo, and he picked Luka Modric over Cannavaro,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with that one.
I can let that one slide if we're gonna do it.
He showed as a United affiliation by opting for Eric Cantona over Sergio Ramos.
Wait, but they're Sergio.
It's so hard.
It doesn't.
different
The
positions.
positions
Yeah,
don't
it's
matter.
so
You're
hard.
picking based on player.
It's hard because Eric Cantona is like one of the most talented players of all time at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're just going over players in general, then
Yeah. We're talking just
you can argue with that.
their total profile. Peter Schmeichel over Romario.
Hard to say. I never saw Romario play. Peter
Yeah.
Schmeichel, probably one of the
Recency
best.
bias, but yeah, a bit more.
He put
Schmeichel.
Milinkovic Savic over Neymar.
Oh god.
Okay, that's stupid.
Yeah,
I
that's-
think he's probably winding up.
He's
He
taking
needs
it.
those
He's
TikTok views.
he's taking the piss.
And
now.
this is one I find interesting because this is very divisive. He chose Sergio Busquets over Carlos Puyol. I don't know why I couldn't say that.
I back that.
Really?
I back that.
I'll
Yeah.
take-
There's something so
Nah,
Puyol
Puyol
was
was
that
a
guy,
leader
though.
though. He would die for
that
he would
guy.
die for
But-
Barca.
yeah.
But realistically,
He would go to war for
like,
Barca.
He would.
defensive midfielders like in our generation, who's been better than Busquets?
Yeah,
no one, bro.
yeah, that's true.
That guy, for how slow he is, but he's so sharp. He can like just one touch of the ball and beat a press. He was impressive. Like you could not press Sergio Busquets. He
so
was just
press
so
resistant.
calm. Done it for so many years.
This is true.
I back that. I back that.
you never saw Busquets lose his cool.
Yeah, I don't think
Ever,
I've ever
ever,
seen him
ever.
lose the ball.
No, he was unbelievable.
And
Very
but that's where he
underrated.
contributed a lot to you. His position's so important in that Barca side.
Yeah.
And
Rodri's like a regen version of him now.
Yeah.
It shows how important. Look how level of play he is.
Yeah, absolutely. But there you go.
But what was the Van Dijk one?
He chose Van Dijk over Andrea Pirlo.
You know what? But I back that low key, man.
Do you back it?
Van Dijk is so disrespected.
He is disrespected. But Andrea Pirlo, that's why. I think the players is annoying thing because I want to know positions and shit.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. The way I look at that, I go Pirlo, rank him in a lot of midfielders. He's up there.
He's there for the greats.
But Van Dijk, the way I think about it, people go Van Dijk, Ramos in their peak.
Yeah.
The way I look at it with Van Dijk is that he was quick on the ball, could play the ball left and right, would snuff him out. Was Sergio Ramos ever in the Ballon d'Or conversation? Never. Van Dijk was this close to winning the Ballon d'Or of 2019 Messi. 2019 Messi was one of the best versions of like Leo Messi we've seen. What I say about Van Dijk as well.
That's a good point.
Do you remember when Van Dijk went a whole season didn't get dribbled past?
Didn't get dribbled past. And it was
Nicolas
like a
Pepe
stat.
dribbled past him. Nicolas Pepe and Arsenal fans are sitting there in AFTV interviews going, bro, he's dribbling past Van Dijk. Worth 70 million now. That's what Van Dijk was doing to people. That is what
he was.
I've never seen a centre back on that level.
It's true. It's a position that is rarely part of the Ballon d'Or conversation at all.
Very rare.
Virgil van Dijk changed that conversation.
Without a World Cup as well. Like if you have a World Cup, you can justify it.
He was, and he hit the ground running straight away when he moved to Liverpool. Everyone just and the way people used to talk about him too. Was on another
people
level.
like Rio Ferdinand are putting him up in
absolutely
like when the centre backs are saying it, that's where I go.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
No, in my opinion, Virgil van Dijk is that guy. But you guys know that.
Yeah.
You know how I
on
feel
and
about
off the
him.
pitch.
Yes.
Yeah, you've always loved him.
All right. I'm going to play a game with you guys.
Okay.
It's called the 5-second game.
5-second game.
So I'm going to give you topics and I want you to name 3 things that fall into that topic in 5 seconds.
3 things that fall
and
into that topic.
Yeah. So the person who names 3 things in those 5 seconds wins the round.
Damn, okay. 3 things that fall into that topic.
The first topic is,
Wait, we versing each other or
yes.
he goes first? But he
no.
goes first.
One at a time. Okay, thank you, Shabs. One at a time. So who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Your topic is World Cup winning nations. You have 5 seconds to name 3.
Brazil, England, Germany.
Okay, cool. That was fine.
Was that on 5 seconds? Oh, shit.
All right. Okay, Nick Stav,
Yeah.
your topic is Ballon d'Or winners.
Cannavaro, Messi, Ronaldo.
Well done.
That's easy, though.
Too easy, bruv.
Okay,
That's easy.
are you ready for yours?
Go.
Stadiums in England.
St. James's Park, Stamford Bridge, Kenilworth Road. That was quick. Oh, damn, boy.
I love it. Okay, Stav, A-League winners.
Sydney FC, Melbourne Victory and Western United.
Good job you gave him that one because I would have been fucked. I've been so screwed.
Okay, Nike football boots.
Predators.
No.
Fuck, are you serious?
No.
Oh my god. Oh,
That
no,
means-
can I have a rerun? Can I have a rerun?
No.
Oh, I've been thinking about the
That
Predators.
means
That's why the Predators have been in my head.
Fuck, they dropped the new.
That's what I'm saying.
The Predators are everywhere right now.
They're sick.
I mean,
I
my
can't blame you.
subconscious.
Yeah. But that leads me to Nick Stav's round, which is Adidas football boots.
Predators, F50s and Aces.
Oh my god. Absolutely set him up.
Okay.
I would have gone Tempos,
So-
Vapors and...
Yeah, woulda, shoulda, woulda.
All right. Next one. Clubs Zlatan has played for.
PSG, Inter Milan and Man United.
Whoa, he got there.
Oof.
Surprised you just go ACs just straight up.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
He's played for Inter and AC, right?
Yeah.
Bro. Everywhere, man.
Chelsea managers.
Oh, Pochettino, Potter, Tuchel.
Oh, did he make that? Yes. Oh, come on.
I was trying to get Di Matteo out of there.
That was
but
delayed.
Arsenal managers.
Arsene Wenger, Umar Emery, and Arteta. Oh,
Give him that.
Oh my goodness.
Umar
Nah,
Emery.
I was seeing about that. Like Arsenal managers, like after you go Arsene Wenger, like
He's been there.
bro,
He's been there for so long.
Okay.
George Graham, that's probably all I got.
Okay, so the tiebreaker round, I'm going to tell you the topic. You say your name. Whoever says your name the fastest, you get to answer. If you mess it up, the other person gets a chance.
So do we say our name and then go ramble 3, or do we say our name?
Say your name and then I'll give you 5 seconds.
Okay.
Retired international Brazilian players.
Stav. Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, and Romario.
Oh, that's so easy.
Yeah.
That's so easy. You could have picked a team like flipping Kazakhstan. That would have been better.
Name a player from Kazakhstan.
That's what I'm saying.
You
They
would have
were
lost.
harder.
That my point is you would have lost
Yeah,
that too.
my point is you could have made the countries harder. Could have gone flipping Nigeria.
Don't gaslight me.
Not
Because you
gaslighting, just
didn't
saying,
say your
just
name
made
fast
it
enough.
A bait team. The Brazilians have won about
Brazil.
70
All right.
World Cups.
Well, Stav, I mean, you're the FIFA guy. You're the EAFC guy. And
EAFC.
people have a bone to pick with Haaland
Yeah.
over his EAFC
Yeah.
team.
Why?
Now, that's because his team is absolutely stacked. And I want to show you.
Is this his official team?
Yeah, he
Did he
puts
put it
it
on his
I want to
story?
show you. Look, this is what his team looks like. Now he's benched.
why does he got-
He's benched
Got
R9.
Mbappe, Yaya Toure. Nah, the bench is mess. That's so good. That is hilarious. Yeah, I'm quitting immediately.
Yeah. So
Not
Stav-
Vinicius on the bench as well.
I mean, you both play. Like,
Yeah.
talk me through facing up a guy that has a team like that.
You,
Oh, I
got,
didn't
you
see
got a
it.
team like that?
Yeah. Oh, me, bro. No chance, bro.
Stav's got a team like
This
that.
guy's
Don't
got
lie.
credit card FC over here, bro's got Pele on the bench, Wayne Rooney on the bench.
Not Pele on the bench, bro.
Bro,
I mean, when
but
you're making
he's
money like
struggling
that-
here, bro. He's got Ruud Gullit on 0 cam, Mbappe on 0
Yeah,
cam.
that's what I'm saying. He's put
Yeah.
Mbappe on the wing.
So yeah, he can score tap-ins, but he clearly doesn't have brain cells. He's got some random Donny up top. Oh, some Norwegian guy. Oh, okay,
Yes.
so he's putting his mate.
He's put his mate in
Yeah.
ahead of some
Pele,
other great
R9.
options. Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Is this onside or offside? Credit card FC.
Well, do you know, onside it, just the fact, I mean, everyone goes Haaland versus Mbappe, and he's got Mbappe in that team as well. So
Yeah,
he's
this
putting
is
respect
true.
on his name.
This is true.
Even though I do think Mbappe is definitely better.
Imagine coming up and because they don't they.
Nah, you don't know anymore. You don't know anymore. Back in the day, they used to have like their own card that only
Oh,
they
you'd
could
know?
use, so you would know.
That's shit.
But
Like,
yeah, no.
You come against the
you would-
official. Haaland would be flipping funny.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be
it's
such-
hilarious.
He can't be great at the game. How much time would he have have his hands on it?
No, they're all.
That's what
football
they do
players
when they're
are the
not
best.
playing.
Oh, the game.
Foden, apparently, Foden's like fucked. at
Yeah,
FIFA.
no, I heard Foden's good. Yeah, because
Disgusting.
Foden used to watch 2 Sync or something, so he used to
Yeah.
message him all the time and
How
play him
funny
that.
is
Yeah,
that?
bro's just like me, man.
Yeah, when are you going to start playing against some of these guys?
Oh yeah, if they slide into my DMs, then maybe we can. But
There you go.
Yeah, maybe one day.
Okay, now this is one that's a little more skewed your direction, Olan. So last week you were talking about Kobe Mainu, the
Yep.
young United up-and-comer. Now his brother has been spotted on a show in England. That's really up your alley.
Love Island.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Yes, his brother Jordan Mainu Hames,
Oh, that's gonna
Was,
blow up so much.
he entered the villa as a bombshell.
Yeah, it's gonna blow up so much, especially because if your brothers like this.
Did
Is
you?
the UK one on right now? Or is
You,
it,
yeah,
is it
yeah,
the
because
rest
they
of
do
world,
2
is it?
seasons.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I don't.
Oh,
I
it's
can't,
Have
like
you- you've not
winter
been
one or
watching?
something,
I can't
no.
keep up. I haven't been
No,
watching.
I haven't watched this.
Have you watched it?
No. I thought that was more your.
No, it is up my alley, but I only the UK one. Sometimes I watch the summer version.
This summer.
Ah, yeah.
they're doing the winter now on the summer one. It's too much.
too
What
much.
are
I
they doing in the
agree.
winter, like in a cabin?
Yeah, no,
Or they take him like
I've
somewhere
taken
where it's
somewhere.
actually summer.
Yeah, they're doing too much.
I just realized Joey Barton's from Liverpool.
Is it?
Yeah, he's got a
Scouser?
full Scouse accent.
Scouse.
Yeah.
Did you hear
Yeah.
his poddy when he was
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
he's just
the
rambles.
Premier
Bro.
League? It's
Oh, when he got
hilarious.
red carded and that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's how I
He
realised
has
it-
some killer stories from the Prem. I mean, during his time, he was like the most controversial player.
Oh,
Like he was
yeah.
doing this and that and everything.
If he was here with VAR these days, he was wrapped.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
Wrapped.
he was that guy.
He was getting done with instant replays back then. Now he'd be finished.
But you know what? At least like personalities like that existed in football. You
Yeah,
don't have
no.
that these days.
No.
Like Risky, who's like a grub in football right now,
Apart with Sergio Ramos, and he's dying out.
and he's gone.
And he's got the most red
And
cards
there's
of
no-
any
there's
player.
There's not much grubs.
Nah, there's
No.
not. There's not. Usually you see
Very
like a
rare.
Roy Keane was back
I
then.
think Rudiger. I think Rudiger's a bit grubby.
Yeah,
He's the only
you
type
were
of-
grubby, but he was just like a bit aggro. I think that's what Rudiger was. But now you don't have anyone like cheating to play the game
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah,
do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
There's
Getting
no
under people's
notably consistently
Yeah.
like offside player like that, and offside in terms of
skin.
behavior.
Not off the top of my head. Maybe if I, but
You're not going to see any Eric Cantona like kicking a fan type of business these days, are you?
That'd be interesting. Let us know in the
Yeah.
comments who's the most.
Who's the dirtiest player?
Who is the Joey Barton of this generation?
dude,
Yeah, I like it.
yeah, it's
let
VAR.
us-
It's killing our game. VAR.
I know.
Yeah,
Let us
yeah,
know your
yeah.
No more
thoughts.
Joey Bartons.
Anyway, guys, that's it.
Yeah.
Nick Stav, thank you for joining us. You got
Yes.
anything exciting coming up?
just the summer, to be honest. Can't wait for it.
You should see how tan this guy already is. I mean, you can
yeah.
see it.
It's the
if you're
wog
watching.
jeans. It's the wog jeans.
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
What about you?
Me?
You're off to England?
I'm off to England. Catch me in England, you know, with the babes. I'm joking.
He's going to go be the bombshell.
Yeah, I'm going on Love Island. That's what
That
I'm
would
doing.
be hilarious if
Could
you
you
did
imagine?
that. I could actually see that happening. I'm sure a lot of people could. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. As always, please like and subscribe. Follow us on all our social accounts. Keep up with OLANTEKKERS on his English adventure. Claudes will be back next week.
See ya.
So.
Bye, guys.